Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account. As you can see, we have 58,000 diamonds, and the frustration with this Draconic Heroes is getting real. Now, I went in and I've been trying out the Dragon Forge, and I cannot beat the last stage of the Dragon Trials. So I've went through here, I've run it in an insane amount of time, went through, tried all kinds of different formations, tried everything out of the leaderboard, and I really came down to the realization that it is because of one single hero that we're lacking right now, and that hero is not land. It is having, similar to what we've seen with the Draconic version of Gwen, is having Hildwin and the engraving. So what's happening is when I put him in different formations, is there's not enough damage mitigation as a mage that he's providing in formations. So as we know, Hildwin has a very, very big mitigation factor, but a majority of that mitigation comes from this second skill right here, which of course increases the maximum damage reduction of this skill is increased to 60%. So it seems very similar to what we've seen with Gwen. When Gwen was at a certain point of not having the engraving, the damage really just dropped off. We didn't see her do any damage at all. Once I engraved her, the utility of her went through the roof, meaning it seems it is the exact same with Hildwin. I am going in with formations, even looking at some of the formations that we've been using. The formation in general with the heroes that I built are a little bit advanced, even a little bit further advanced than some of the team comps I'm using. But all of the ones that I noticed do have, they do have Hildwin engraved up to the 60 engraving. So I think that is going to be the big miss. So I want to hop in here, want to do a couple summons within the Draconic Isles. Maybe, fingers crossed, streaming luck, we can get something done. Now you also know that there is only one hero left in here, which is Polina, that we do not have built out. So if we can get a couple copies of Gorgie, we can go ahead, we can build out Polina. I already have a ton of copies of Polina, but overall we can go in here. And at this point, I'm just going to pop all the heroes in here as they sit right here, just for the simple fact that even the ones at 5 stars are going to be food for Gorgie, so we can build up Polina. We can get Polina up to a couple stars in here, which is going to give us a lot more resources to build out the rest of the heroes within the Forge Trials itself. Now, if you forego and if you do not build the Draconic heroes at all, a lot of players are choosing not to build them just because of the sheer cost. When it comes to the summons, they are running 5,000 diamonds a summon. And overall, is it really worth it? Do you really use them that often? Most of them are pretty easy to replace. Now, the two really big ones, number one, Lan. When you look at the utility of Lan herself, big, massive utility in a lot of different game modes, everywhere the hero is being used. And the same with Gwen. You have the players that have Gwen and have Gwen built out. And then you have the players that do not have Gwen and do not have her built out, which again, it's kind of clear cut. And was that it? I thought I just seen a yellow twinkle right there. It is a yellow twinkle. It is Hildwin. Oh my goodness, that is luck beyond luck. What can I say but a first 10 copy? We talked about streamer's luck. There is not even a lead in here. It is just Hildwin by himself. Wow. That is incredible. That means that we do get, and look, Gorgie, I don't think we have enough for a copy of Gorgie, but that gives us the copy we need to engrave. And I believe I'm already sitting on more than enough mats to engrave him. So I'm wondering, and I'd love to show it right here, guys. I'm super stoked right now. If we could see this hero and get this hero built up and see if this is really the difference. Oh, that is incredible that we pulled that copy. So there is the plus 30. Again, what most players are having. Here is the plus 60. Again, thinking of the damage mitigation. Let's see what that looks like in the Forge. And like I said earlier, we ran the Draconic Isles, we ran the Forge a ton of times, trying to get essentially this working with finishing stage 10. Again, this third battle right here, going through all the paths, going through everything, has been very difficult because of this third team. Hildwin always dies. And these are copied formations that we know are tried and true, that we know work in here. So I'm almost wondering if, and look at the damage on Team 3. So what always happened before? Team 3 died. As soon as we got in here, Team 3 was dead to rights, always at the very beginning. Team 3 would get absolutely wrecked. Now it looks like Team 1 got wrecked in this one. But as you can see, just from having the engraving on Team 3, we are not seeing not seeing the damage. So Hildwin does that big of a damage mitigation. Now, of course, in the first team, we do have Lan. I might have to swap Lan out for another one just to get this to work as we're seeing it here. But this almost makes me hopeful that second team won. First team, again, I know looking at Lan, very slow build, but could this get through it? I don't know. And you can see a little bit of healing going on every time that Grez attacks. But what does this last team look like? Wow. So we might be able to do this, guys. We might be able to get this done. Let's try to speed through this a few times. And I don't like it goes through all the formations. I think we actually did take Lan out of this formation. Path 1, and it's still going to be Path 1 at this point, which is pretty well built, but we don't have Polina. That is the big one. This, again, is an original build that we did with the heroes, and I'm wondering if not having Polina built is going to make that big of a difference. If we're going to have to hop in here and do, let me try it like 2 or 3 more times. But Path 3 was the one that got wrecked every single time. Now it is Path 1, and I think it is because we don't have Polina. But actually, let me swap out. And I'm wondering how this is going to work, because even though we don't have Polina built, we do have our brand new tank, and he is built up pretty high. I'm wondering exactly what this is going to look like. I did not see any formations. Of course, I think the formations in here might just be a little bit older. But with the older formations, ultimately, we're not seeing a huge use. Gregor's not in any of the formations. Even going through the leaderboards, Gregor, again, is not in any of the formations just because this is a little bit older. Now, I'm wondering if the last time we were getting a little bit of a heal out of here, now we're getting a little bit of a reduction. It makes me think that this one is going to be a defeat. But I'm wondering if Gregor is going to be enough to get through here. And I like the auto battle feature, but I don't understand why we can't just auto it. It's kind of silly that it does make it go through here every single time. Oh, it's got to be close. It's got to be close. I know we're getting to that last team. And this I let run, and we did run it for quite a while. And with running the different formations, there was a point where the RNG factor, since this is not set, the RNG factor did take a hold, and we did get a victory in stage 9 with the 3 stars, and we've maxed this out to a point. But I'm almost wondering, we don't have anything, I don't think, left in the Dragon Horn. The 12 right there. Furniture is maxed, almost could do a little bit more, and I'm almost wondering if we do build out Polina a little bit more. Let's do a couple more summons. Let's do 5. Let's do 5 more in here and see exactly what we get. There's 1, which doesn't give us anything. We're going to do some diamonds in here. Number 2 does give us a elite, which is Polina, so another copy. There's number 3. Again, getting those copies of Gorgie. Number 4, and the final one might be another one, which is another elite, which is another copy of Gregor. That might even give us a star on Gregor. Again, building him out a little bit further. But there's another copy of Polina, and that might give us enough copies as well of Gorgie. There is Gregor. Now we know that Rando is coming up. We could do the plus 30 engraving on there, but looking here at Gorgie, I'm almost going to, you know what? I'm going to use Polina. As much as I don't want to do this, we'll get more copies. And honestly, guys, Polina and Cassius are not used for anything really at this game, but that will give us the ability to build all of the Draconic heroes out, and then all of them short of land all the way up to 1 star, because there's our 1 star. Then, of course, there's the engraving 2 stars and 3 stars. So we could have had her a little bit higher on the 4 stars, but, or no, that would have been 5 stars. There is Polina. So let's hop back over. And again, the Draconic heroes, guys, just kind of silly with the cost. I'm going to save, and I know I have enough here. I should have enough to do both these. So there is the 30, getting that skill unlocked. Let's take a look at Polina, doing the exact same. And I'm wondering, almost not having gear. I wonder if the gear is making the difference in here. Let's equip these heroes out. Let's make sure that we do have these heroes. Now, of course, looking here, even I wonder some of these artifacts, if this is making a difference. I haven't really paid attention to this at all. Let's go ahead and throw some on here. See exactly what that looks like. Gearing up Polina. Go ahead and throw some Judgment Armor. We'll do the Resonance on here. This might be the absolute game changer that we need to get this done. I'm wondering if this is going to make the very, very big difference. Kind of what we've been looking for in these formations. All right, so look at those Draconic Heroes. Let's see, guys. Can we get Dragon Isles? Now, of course, this is going to add a lot more in here. Gain another level. Right back to the Dragon Forge. This, of course, is going to give us the ability to get, I believe, another level in here. That takes to 540, so we are almost there, guys. We already have the plus 30 signature items. And then, of course, I didn't do the engraving, but we did max out the furniture. Could this do it? Now, of course, in here, I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to drop him out. I'm going to put Polina in here and see if that is going to make the difference. Now, of course, adding 10 more levels to the rest of the heroes might make a difference. We also put the gear on there. Please, we've been waiting forever for this, honestly. On this first team. Might take a couple of attempts. There we go. So the first one gets down pretty easy. Again, doing a little bit of damage. I feel like when it comes to that awakened version of Belinda, we're going to get wrecked. Third team went down. See, that is the RNG factor in here. Let's see. Can we finally get this done? Path 3 in that one. And again, path 3 we did not adjust. Well, short of putting some more gear. Path 1. This game mode sucks. It is really just some RNG, and I'm almost wondering if we could change it up a little bit and get this one going, or if we swap to a little bit of engraving in here. But again, looking at a majority of the other ones, the engraving didn't really seem to have a huge difference if we can get this done. Wondering if we do reset the levels, take the levels down a little, do a little bit of engraving. And of course, this you can kind of just play around with. So let's reset for a couple diamonds. We'll take this again. Let's go to 520 in this one. There's 500 or 510. There's our 520. So that turns it silver. Let's put some in here. Even there, we only got 21 engraving. Of course, that's done. Don't have enough for another level in here. And it didn't seem like the engraving made a very big difference. Even there looking, we're not seeing the higher level engraving. Yeah, I might have to play around and try the get to the levels again. See if we can do this. But yeah, definitely frustration within the game mode itself because we cannot get through. I've tried so many different combinations, so many different heroes at this time. It shouldn't be this hard to get through this very last one. And honestly, at this point, again, just kind of the frustration with trying to get through here. I'm gonna have to figure it out, guys. But if you got some things that I should do, some changes in here, some formations. All right, guys, I literally stopped the video. There we go. We finally got at least the 1-star victory in here, which means that we did get some of those insignias. We also got the ability for the reward calculation at the 10th floor. So getting those extra 20 points, getting a little bit more of our epic Dragon Speak emblems. So finally, we got it done for the 10th floor. Oh my gosh, that was crazy to get through there. So, all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.